While cancer metabolically impacts everyone pretty much the same, our anatomies aren't any different. People from different parts of the globe are impacted due to social determinants of health. So people's zip codes directly impact how they get care, how they get access to care, and how they get treatment. So advocating for all populations, but specifically people who are medically underserved or disproportionately impacted, is a huge part of what I do at the foundation. So one of the goals is our advocacy workshop. We look at the policy and advocacy landscape to see if there's a piece of legislation that needs our attention or support, or we also look at the landscape to see if there's an issue that needs education and awareness brought to it. And this year what we did was we found that in patient advocacy groups there really was not consensus among the groups about the issues impacting the LGBTQ+ community and the barriers that exist there. So we brought together stakeholders to talk about those issues in the cancer community. In the patient advocacy community, we look to, as a convener of experts, that's really our role at the foundation. We looked at other experts in the field that were already doing work and ways that they could highlight issues like the lack of sexual orientation and gender identity data, the need for more welcoming spaces for people, and then of course anything that's happening in the policy advocacy space legislation-wise, like for example some of the bills that are been introduced that negatively impact trans youth and trans care. So we brought all these experts together in a workshop and we had them present on why these issues were so important to really help highlight the need for more awareness and ultimately figure out what we can do together to help generate more awareness and impact policy change. Every day there's numerous bills that are introduced in Congress, and part of my day-to-day job is to survey what bills are introduced and which ones have impact on prevention and early detection, and ultimately see where we can garner our support and raise awareness, and then also helping people be their own best advocate, because we know that there's no better advocate than yourself. No one is going to care more about you than you. And so helping people understand the message about what screenings you need, when you need to go get those screenings, and when something is wrong and you know it's wrong, you need to be able to advocate for yourself, because sometimes people encounter difficult situations and it doesn't always go the way that it should, and we need people to be properly educated and informed so that they can get the best outcome possible. We are a small staff, there's about 25 of us that are full-time, and resources and funding from groups like yours is so important to us to be able to do our work. We literally could not keep the lights on without those funds and those resources. And as someone is a part of the LGBTQ community too, it makes me so happy to hear that there's other people out there who are advocating as much as I'm doing my job, because at the end of the day, that's what we all need to do, right? Is look out for one another and try to lift our voices up, because we are stronger when we are together.